Welcome, graduates, family and friends, to your online celebration. A moment to take stock of and appreciate your accomplishments and formally recognise you all as graduates of the University of Southampton. You have completed your course at a time like no other. Your resilience, perseverance and dedication have truly been tested. Time at university has always been a life-changing experience, but it's been even more so during the last year. You've needed to be self-sufficient, strong and courageous, with a good sense of humour at times too. From my grand old age, living through other crises, I can tell you that things will get better. You have learnt skills that will help you throughout your life as you follow your ambitions and your dreams. You leave us with your qualifications, friendships and memories. And you've also gained the experience and fortitude to face future challenges, whether they be within your career, further studies, or in your personal lives. You will now become alumni of one of the top 100 universities in the world. We hope you are proud to be graduating from the Faculty of Environmental and Life Sciences. From understanding population data to caring for our most vulnerable, from exploring how to save our oceans to taking mental health support to a new level. During your time here, you will have all contributed to and learnt from some of the world's most important research. We hope your experiences with us have given you the skills and desire to make an impact. In these uncertain times, we need people like you to make the world safer and stronger for future generations. We know you will go on to achieve your dreams, both big and small. Whatever you do and wherever you go, you will be making the world a better place, offering what you can offer in your own wonderfully unique way. Despite the uncertainties that we face and the work that we will need to do to restore ourselves after this pandemic ends, the world is still waiting for you. New opportunities always arise out of change, and we, your university, wish you every future success.
Hello. Today we are celebrating the remarkable achievements of you, our graduates. We at the university are all very proud of you, just as I'm sure you, your family, friends and other supporters are. Graduating from one of the UK's very best universities, well within the world top 100, is no mean feat. This will have required an immense amount of hard work, dedication and resilience to get you to this point today. While we are all here to celebrate the same achievement of graduating with a Southampton degree, your individual experience of university will have been completely unique. Your studies may have allowed you to achieve levels of research and knowledge that you could have only dreamed of when you started your first year. You may have made a range of new friendships that have allowed you to better understand the world. Or you may have taken advantage of all of the opportunities of clubs, skills developments and volunteering. This will have provided new skills and experience, for example, trying your hand in the world of enterprise or dedicating your time to helping others. The global, inclusive, open nature of universities such as Southampton should have exposed you to a range of new thinking and views. I am sure you will be leaving us a very different person to the one which joined us. This is a time of your lives all about growth, adaptation, development and finding out who you truly are. I very much hope you have found out a lot about yourself and the world, as well as hopefully enjoying yourself. You are at the cusp of further change in your life, while the world has also been changing dramatically around you. The next stage of your life is beginning in extraordinary and uncertain, yet now more hopeful circumstances. The impact of the global events that have spanned the past year must not overshadow your great achievements. In fact, the whole way our community reacted and coped with the global pandemic was truly inspiring. The contribution of research-intensive university society has been well demonstrated throughout the pandemic. Southampton as a university was no different, with a range of fantastic projects. To highlight one, the saliva testing programme was a national pathfinder. It was the most extensive testing programme of any university. You'll have had to cope with changes and things you never expected to. I've been continually amazed by your resilience, creativity and drive, especially when faced with the recent challenges that you've had to deal with. I hope you are now looking forward to the future with optimism and determination, even though uncertainty still exists. I want to thank you all for your fortitude and going above and beyond in helping us as a community deal with the pandemic. The friends you have made, the knowledge and skills you have worked so hard to acquire, and the memories you hold dear will be with you for the rest of your lives, as will your connection with us. You are joining a new family today as a Southampton alumnus. We will be here for you, so please stay in touch with us. I hope you will hold your time here very close to your heart as you embark on your next adventure. As much as I trust that Southampton has left its mark on your life, I know without doubt that you will have left your mark on our community. My heartfelt congratulations to you all again. I wish you every success for your future.
As head of school, please may I offer you my heartfelt congratulations on graduating from the School of Health Sciences. This online graduation is not the day we imagined, but of course graduation is not really about a single day or a single ceremony. Rather, it's about all you have achieved whilst you have studied with us, and you should be so incredibly proud of yourself. Think back to the beginning of your journey at Southampton, to the very first day and who you were then. And now think about the person you are today. Think about the ways in which you have changed, how much more ability you have, how much more confidence, how much more potential. Striving for your degree has shaped who you are and further set the foundations of the person that you will become. I know that among the many uncertainties we all face lies the certainty that you will go on to make your mark and be successful. And it is my hope that you will define that success by developing a view of who you want to be, not just what you want to be, and then work towards being that future self, both personally and professionally. If you can define your success by seeking to become that person and ground yourself in your values, you can control your destiny, even in these uncertain times. I hope across the years that you will stay in touch, as your connection with Southampton is one for life. As an alumnus of Health Sciences, you have graduated from excellence, having learned in a school that is globally renowned for both our education and research. By way of example, nursing at the University of Southampton has ranked within the world's top 10 for a 5th successive year in the QS World University Rankings by Subject 2021. And the Complete University Guide ranks our physiotherapy programme as first in the country, and our occupational therapy programme is second. Our educational programmes are embedded in our leading and long-established programmes of health research, and those influence government policy and the delivery of patient care. In the most recent National Research Excellence Framework evaluation, Health Sciences was ranked as the #1 institution in the UK for the overall quality of our research. The impact of our research and our research environment received the maximum possible scores, with 100% judged as world leading. And as a graduate from one of our programmes, you share in this reputation, having benefited from the close links between our research and our education. What you have learned here, both in and outside of our lecture theatres and skills facilities, and more recently on Teams, is one part of your story. And we thank you for the trust you placed in choosing to join us in this chapter. It has been our great privilege to work with you and learn with you. I wish you all the very best for the adventure ahead, wherever that takes you. Fly high and shine bright.
My name is Dr. Julian Pearce. I'm Head of Department of Allied Health Professions in the School of Health Sciences. Pro-Chancellor, I present to you the candidates from the Faculty of Environmental and Life Sciences, and I ask that you admit them to their awards. I now present the graduands from the Department of Allied Health Professions for the award of Bachelor of Science. Sandra Amour, Etienne Au, Janina Alina Bass, Nicole Giselle Bentley, Anton James Richard Brown, Sharon Sherian, Kim Dottrell, Abigail Elliott, Melissa Harrison, Po K. Liu, Lindsay Germaine Knight, Catherine Marlowe, Harry Punn, Helen Salt, Laura Patricia Elizabeth Thompson, Harriet Wilding, Molly Gerlach, Marcus Zhao Gaer Han, Fiona Louise Northway, Lucy Pearson, Emily Ann Porter, Daniel Robert Smith, Claudia Cheryl Summerhays, Emma Victoria Williams, Chuk Ying Trista Yao, Mandhoi Gayo, Shu Hoi Ko, Yi Cho Nai, Ella Reid, Cleo Tan, Leave Williams. I present the graduands for the award of Master of Science. Zifan Hu, Megan Alice Foss, Victoria Ann Florence Akasua Mould, Keely Rose Neal, Holly Marie Sweeney. I now present the graduands from the Department of Nursing, Midwifery and Health for the award of Bachelor of Nursing. Abisola Deborah Bipo, Sasha Courtney Maybury, Beverly Mensah, Catherine Sarah O'Connor, Sarah Jane Caroline Matthews, Amy Caswell. I present the graduands for the award of Postgraduate Diploma. Matthew Ga Ho In, Aoife Power, Danielle Seal, Sarah Cockle, Kimberly Ann Cox, Lauren Steele, Tiffany Bray, Janet Ann Coe, Michelle Dawn Dolke, Rudo Endoro, Claudio Ciprian Truta, Godfrey Varshi. I present the graduands for the award of Master of Science. Anne Marie Phillips, Asil Ide, Vari Alyssa Furtado, Julie Buttery. I present the graduands from the School of Health Sciences for the award of Doctor of Philosophy. Linda Sowar Agyemang, Sarah Louise Mottram.
I'm Lindy Holden Dyer, I'm Professor of Neuroscience and I'm Head of School for Biological Sciences. So I just want to say a few words. My colleagues and I are always proud of our graduates, but this year even more so because of the exceptional journey you've been on. Arguably the most exceptional ever in the history of our university. I've been so impressed with the way you've risen to the challenge of new ways of learning from your bedrooms and kitchens, the diligent way and conscientious way you've helped us deliver the practical and fieldwork part of your education in a safe way, and the way you supported each other. Whilst here, you've acquired a great repertoire of academic and personal skills, some of which you probably don't even recognise in yourself yet. These skills will serve you well as you begin the next phase in your life and reflect how you've been challenged and stretched by your degree courses. You should be really proud of your achievements. You are really well equipped for the future, even in these uncertain times. So now keep challenging and stretching yourselves as you grasp that future. Let me finish by saying two things. First, please stay in touch. We love to hear from you. No matter how long after you've graduated, we're still in touch with tutees and students who graduated many years ago. And if you need advice, we're always here to help you. So please do stay in touch. And finally, we are enormously proud of you, our graduates, and you should be proud of yourselves. Many congratulations on all of your individual achievements.
My name is Dr. Alan Marchant. I'm the Deputy Head of School for Education in Biological Sciences, and I ask that you admit them to their awards. I now present graduands from the School of Biological Sciences for the award of Bachelor of Science. Charles Dillon, Carmen Ava Alexandra Dutton, Natalie Griffin, Albany Ruth Newman, Linda Laura Padger, Grace Elizabeth Stamp, Eleanor Sainsbury, Serena Brown, Benjamin Alexander Carter, Jemima Clue, Anna Evelyn Cooper, Maria Denise B. Douglas, Ellen Frances Goggin, Zoe Goff, Bethan Lewis, Anita Leeper, Edward William Long, Jamelia Janine Miller, Elizabeth Mutter, Sasha Elizabeth Pear, Holly Elizabeth Smeaton, Savina Abraham, Katie Belly, Lydia Joy Brown, Jessica Lily Boxall, Lauren Boys, Elizabeth Jane Brown, Abigail Ann Birchall, Jacob Cantillon, Olivia Grace Edwards, Lucy Elliott, Esther Patricia Felix, Thomas Godert, Emma Clara Alessandra Griffiths, Bethan Hankin, Rezwan Hack, Catherine Heesman, Thomas Edward Howarth, Eloise Hannah Ibrahim, Fern Margaret Latham, Kimberly Mead, Vasiliki Mina, Emily Elizabeth Francis Naish, Marnaz Nouri, Elizabeth Oladapu, Comfort Ulukan, Veronica Oratiu, Mohammed Umar Farouk Akram Mia Rahman, Rochelle Samuel, Deep Kara Shergill, Lauren Amy Smith, Vidag Tatarian, Roxana Chivuta Tutelas, Benita Vedana Yagam, Natasha Ann Walton, Bethan Laura Whitwell, Eleanor Amabel Jane Wyborn, Yasmin Bennett, Sophie Jane Douglas, Elizabeth Halshaw, James Barton, Ellen Jane Broadfield, Nicholas Bustamante Arias, Erin Duerden, Ivo Ramirez. I present the graduands for the award of Master of Science Integrated. Emily Catherine Cork, Emmanuel Hayfron Aqua, Callum James Pickett Smith, Nikita Cray, Samuel Hillier, Claire Langrish, Amber Rose Ward, Catherine Coots, Lorna Frey, Emma Green, Alexander Daniel James, Sungiere Perpetua Mashoko, Ellen McNamee, Neve Brianna Prouting, Elizabeth Jane Whitaker, Jacob Wilcox, Emily Louise Cubban, Umeya Jalil, Chloe King, Alexander George Mellor. I present the graduands for the award of Master of Science. Saida Bahaju Zahan Abdullah, Sarah Elizabeth Victoria Cook, Emma Garland. I present the graduands for the award of Master of Research. Hannah Amy Cool, Elspeth Grace Layton, Amy Louise Lovegrove, Rebecca Louise Robertson, Chelsea Smith. I present the graduands for the award of Doctor of Philosophy. Shidkia Abdul Hamid, Jack William Craddock, Sebastian Lionel Dunnett, Emily Feast, Libby Susanna Rowland. I present the graduands for the award of Master of Science Integrated in Natural Sciences. Hannah Mary Baird. Caitlin Johnson.
Hello. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Pete Langdon, Professor of Quaternary Science and Head of the School of Geography and Environmental Science. On behalf of the whole school, I would like to congratulate you all, our newest graduates, on your successes here at the University of Southampton. As you now know, geography and environmental science are wonderfully diverse disciplines that have a profound effect on the way we see the world and live our lives. As newly qualified geographers and environmental scientists, many of you will go on to embrace challenges you cannot yet imagine. You will shape our economic landscapes, you will combat poor health and poverty, you will protect threatened habitats and species, make development sustainable, and tackle the global climate crisis. You will do all of this by drawing directly on the experience and the knowledge you have gained in your time here. Now is a good time to think back over what you've achieved in your time at Southampton, the important questions you've studied, the research you've undertaken, and the friends and connections you have made. If you're graduating with a bachelor's degree, you may even want to consider staying with us for another year to study in one of our master's programs. My colleagues and I are always proud of our graduates, but this year even more so. I know at first hand how engaged you have been, especially through the series of no agenda meetings we held throughout the latter part of this final year. Your feedback and constructive thinking has really helped to make our school the best it can be in difficult circumstances. You have all been on an exceptional journey, arguably the most exceptional ever in the history of our university. And I know that quite a few of you have been key workers in part-time roles alongside your studies. I've been so impressed with the way you have risen to the challenges of new ways of learning from your bedrooms and kitchens, the diligent and conscientious way you helped us deliver the various aspects of your education in a safe way, and the way you have supported each other. Our students often say when they graduate how quickly all the time has gone. But in that seemingly short period of time, we recognise an enormous difference in you. Whilst here you have acquired a great repertoire of academic and personal skills, some that you may not even recognise in yourself. These skills will serve you well as you begin the next phase of your life, and you should reflect how you have been challenged and stretched by your degree programmes. You should be really proud of your achievements, and you leave us really well equipped for the future, even in these uncertain times. We set the bar high for you, and you have exceeded it. I know that myself and my colleagues would have loved to congratulate you face to face, but sadly we cannot do this, not yet at least. Please do remember us, stay in touch, and let us know about the exciting things that you'll go on to achieve. We hope that we can continue to inspire and inform you as alumni of the university, and you'll come back whenever opportunity presents. As you go forward, we will all be looking on with interest, admiration, and above all with a most profound sense of pride. Many congratulations on being awarded your degree, and I wish you every success for the future.
My name is Professor Mark Moore, Head of the School of Ocean and Earth Science. I present the graduands from the School of Geography and Environmental Science for the award of Bachelor of Arts. George Alexander Anderson, Natasha Child, Sophie Chorbachi, Rebecca Emery Jones, Bethany Darcy Yee, Olivia George, Sophie Helen Keane, Lucy Sarah Knott, Elodie Pin, Matt Riley, Bethany Laura Grace Ritchie, Mia Shander Kelsey. I present the graduands for the award of Bachelor of Science. Mark Scott Arnold, Charlotte Evangeline Bateman, Emily Victoria Broadway, Shannon Anna Hilton, Chan Kim, Frederick Cameron Logan Matheson, Thomas Hood, Lucy Elizabeth Mitchell, Eleanor Riddle, Emily Louise Campbell King, Ella Crowley, Senan Barlow, Natasha Bucknell, Michelle She May Shan, Emma Christmas, Jessica Clark, Emily Louise Dorn, Rebecca Durant, Susanna Elizabeth Fieldwick, Emily Jane Langrish, Amy Rose Lintern, Daisy Maunders, Tabitha Millerchip, Eleanor O'Sullivan, Danielle Onanuga, Rosalind Sheehan, Lewis Edward Simpson, Lauren Elizabeth Ann Sinden, Imogen Speck, Macy Gemma Taylor, Rebecca Lucy Tellum, Emily Sarah Tucker, Thomas George David Bristow. I present the graduands for the award of Master of Environmental Science, Sophia Condes, Graciela Diva, Connor Downham May, Mark David O'Leary, Adam Thompson. I present the graduands for the award of Master of Science, Gifty Dixon Mensa, Ruzi Han, Yiheng Ju, Peter Malenga Mbao, Justo Antonio Reyes Lopez, Thomas Joseph Ruxton, Mohan Wang, Ka-Ming Jean Wu, Xing Zi, Lei Yang, Maria Silvestra Manuela, Debola Angelica, Jeremy Martin Timothy Van Ginniken. I present the graduands for the award of Doctor of Philosophy, Peipei Shen, Rosanna Jane Mayfield. I present the graduands from the School of Ocean and Earth Science for the award of Bachelor of Science, Matthew James Lee, Rachel Sims, Emily Spendlove, Melissa Ann Russell, Piers Barker, Luke Arthur Colbeck Tate, Alexandra Helen Collington, Alexander Gilbert, Oceane Merches, Caitlin Gray, Annabelle Daisy Worth. I present the graduands for the award of Master of Science Integrated, Catherine Barnard, Asia Elizabeth Hoyle, Morgan George Allen Bugler, Melissa Haffington, Alice Payne, Adam Jeffrey Robbins, Catherine Emily Schofield, Jessica Stokes Fowler, Darcy May Hooper, Barnabas Kovac, Madeline Anderson, Molly May Baker, Peter Betts, Marianne Bostock, James Cook, Emily Manning, Marina Maranzana, Anna Marshall, Amber West, Jack Reese Williams, Hamish Russell Woodland, Daiki Yamamoto, Henry Jones, Charlotte Cockram, Elena Sherman. I present the graduands for the award of Master of Science, Spiridon Agapeu, Naomi Lee Cornwall, Mackenzie McKay Love, Elena Marina Mianzan, Lorenza Sala. I present the graduands for the award of Master of Research, Kidozi Collins Ogugadu, Kakanua Uazua, Laura Aranchiba Perez, Simon Thomas. I present the graduands for the award of Doctor of Philosophy, Gillen Corbera Pascual, Zoe Holbert, Wenhao Wang, Rungtip Wongrusak, Emma Louise Chambers, Tabitha Rosemary Rainbow Pierman, Saskia Rule, Elizabeth Sarah Marsden, Gabriella Erin Jardine, Harriet Ruth Moore.
As your head of school and on behalf of all of our colleagues, I'm delighted to congratulate you all, our newest graduates in psychology. This moment marks the closing of one chapter of your life and the beginning of another. Some of you will become practitioner psychologists. Others will apply your learning throughout careers in industry and the public sector. But whatever you do next, I hope you all enjoy those moments when psychology becomes real. In your relationships, as you raise your kids, as you explore the world, as you manage the many opportunities and challenges that the future brings. We are enormously proud of you. And I'll be honest, we're reassured that talented as you are, and in your own individual way, you'll be out there shaping a future that's inclusive, compassionate, informed, and committed to positive change. And it won't need to be about seeking and achieving greatness, rather just taking pleasure in using your psychology to make a difference in whatever path you choose. Whatever the immediate future looks like for you, we hope you will go on to find success and contentment. All of us speaking to you today want to emphasise how incredibly proud we are of you for what you have accomplished during your time with us at Southampton, especially while facing immense challenges this past year. This is not an achievement that should be taken lightly, and we hope you are very proud of yourselves too. Thank you for your hard work and valued contribution to our university community. And in whatever's next, good luck, keep in touch, and know that you'll always be welcome at your School of Psychology. Congratulations. I present the graduands from the School of Psychology for the award of Bachelor of Science. Farah Abdel Jabir, Asad Azam, Michaela Yazbal Bagnou, Jessica Beard, Jessica Jane Belston, Evie Grace Blevins, Joshua Peter Bonney, Courtney Louise Bragg, Hannah Isabel Alice Brown, David Busek, Zara Elizabeth Naomi Berman, Libby Burton, Cassandra Christelle Chalbert, Ellie Jane Chapman, Stalini Christophi, Lauren Clancy, George Cole, Anna Colwell, Charlie Coppard, Sophia Samuela Diaruju, Rebecca Edney, Yata Fika, Sabrina Ferreira, Olivia Fox, Katie Fry Price, Hannah Germer, Natalie Godfrey, India Goodman, Nefeli Hadjipita, Ella Herbert, Emily Maeve Hinton, Amber Sophie Hockey, Bryony Hodgetts, Karina Chantal Alicia Johnson, Molly Laura Jordan, Bersin Kartal, Arania Malakul, Megan Abby Moffat, Kudzai Mukamba, Jessica O'Callaghan, Moten Reu Otten Igo, Ria Perks, Bethany Phillips, Maria de la Cruz Ponce Fernandez de Cordova, Kaylee Schurer, Eleni Rose Noakes Saws, Annie St Marcus, Orla Catherine Steen, Natasha Sushit, Alice Taylor, Lily Grace Tobin, Amy Townsend, Isabella Vargas, Eleanor Rose Veal, Emily Waggett, Lucy Allison Amy Weddle, Francesca Willis, Rachel Rareford Glandel, Rebecca Sarah Ruth Carrington, Susanna James, Chloe Frances Buscombe, Mina Nur Erthen. I present the graduands for the award of postgraduate diploma. Hannah Brenda Mensa Stevens, Ellen Rebecca Wilson. I present the graduands for the award of Master of Science. Charbel Ayoub Askar Ayoub, Catherine Ann Dewey, Gurleen Dosanjh, Vasiliki Ekutsiru, Bryony Ann White, Ophelia Ruxandra Zabalo Tenu, Jessica Thomas, Amber Page Warren, Katrin Justiana Alex Dottir, Benjamin John Dieter Brunn, Swathi Priya Deraruj, Mikliana Simiat Kauska, Yutong Zhang. I present the graduands for the award of Doctor of Clinical Psychology. Emil Atuk, Nicola Louise Danielle Fisher. I present the graduands for the award of Doctor of Educational Psychology. Eleanor Beck, Caroline Francesca Bird, Lauren Marie Holmes, Annie Louisa McGowan, Gemma Chelsea Munser, Abigail Sharp. I present the graduands for the award of Doctor of Philosophy. Mohammed Salah Al Adewib, Sarah Victoria Millage, Laura Marika Vowles.
Hi. Listen, I'm sure you've spent your last 3 or 4 years working toward this moment, and years and years of slogging away and cramming for those exams and frazzling your little brains out in the process. But can I just say the war is over, okay? You can come out and breathe the air. It's free. You're free again, for now. All right, I don't want to distress you though. But let me just say, before you start thinking of what's the next thing, which I know we humans have a propensity for, what's next, let me just say that that is really no way to live the rest of your life, chasing from one thing after another. Because eventually you'll forget you were chasing, and it just becomes a habit, and you go from one thing to the next, and it becomes an addiction like anything else, and not too good for your health. And eventually you'll just need higher and higher doses just to feel normal. And then you'll never feel satisfied because you're caught in this kind of craving, this endless craving, and that lies the way toward unhappiness. So at some point, it's going to be necessary to gain some insight, all right, to connect with who you really are and what you really want, what would give you satisfaction, and not just keep up with what the next person is doing or social media tells you what they're doing, which probably they're lying about. You know, everybody wants what the next person has, and the next person wants what the next person has. Again, we can get into that kind of syndrome. But, you know, insight is figuring out, what do you really want, okay? Not what job you want or how much money you want to make, but, you know, something a lot deeper. I mean, the culture, as I said, doesn't encourage that kind of thinking. It's more about dog eat dog. Though, really, I've never met a dog who ate another dog, but I don't know where that came from. You know, we're meant to believe that high achievers come in first. You know, Darwin said survival of the fittest. And so we imagine these tough people at the top, you know, kind of grinding their teeth and going for the gold. But actually what Darwin meant was not the toughest. He meant the fittest are the people that cooperate the best, that work the best as a team. That's what he really meant. And then the industrialists came along and reinterpreted it so they could justify their greed. But I think Darwin he was on the right path. So the best thing is humans are at their best when they're doing teamwork, when you're working for the next person, okay? That's when we bond, when we work for the next person, that's when we're happiest. And compassion is the glue. So we do need that insight, you know, understand what we really want, who we really are, underneath the habits of thinking. Do you know what I mean? This is another thing that'll make you happy, to understand those thoughts are just old recordings, and I have them too. You know, I'm not good enough, I'm going to be a failure. What if everybody catches who I really am? These are just old recordings. Eventually you have to learn they're not facts, okay? But if you believe you're not good enough, the brain will actually physiologically cement in that formation. But if you believe that everything is possible, everything becomes possible. And another thing is, you know, we do as humans think in the past and the future. You know, that's what we have over animals, is we can plan for the future depending on what we did in the past. But if that becomes a habit, you don't live in the present anymore. And that is another thing that makes the journey worthwhile. You know, that's why you slave for everything in your life, so that you can taste it or see it or experience it right in the moment. You know, you don't want to hear a concert yesterday or tomorrow. You want to be there right now. I think the expression is, if you ask somebody what the best time in their life is and they say now, then they've arrived. So again, insight and learning how to be present sometimes is the greatest skill, and you don't need to get a degree in that, but you do have to study it and practice it, because humans, you know, we have this, as I said, this propensity for future thinking, past thinking, and just following what the next guy does. But if you really learn to maybe stop a few times a day, you know, you have to achieve. We have to use a little bit of stress, but otherwise we just get stressed about stress, which is what the word frazzled means. Stressed about stress. We start thinking, oh my God, nobody else is as stressed. I shouldn't be this stressed, blah, blah, blah. We sabotage ourselves with our own thinking. But if you stop for a few minutes and think, what's going on in me right now? What am I feeling? Well, you could do it right now. What's the weather temperature inside your body? Are you happy? Are you tired? Are you sad? If you stop and kind of focus inside, it slows you down enough so that you can focus what's around you and actually get surround sound and hear what's out there. You know, enjoy your holiday rather than thinking of what you have to do next. So I hope when you go into the next stage of your life, you're focusing a little more about what really interests you, no matter what anybody else tells you. You know, I know it's tantalizing to follow the crowd, but stick to your guns. We really need to learn to cool our engines. Otherwise, it's like a car that's out of petrol. You know, what's right for you? Where is your tipping point? Really, otherwise, you're emptying your tank, and then you're just grinding your wheels like a car that's caught in mud. It just sinks deeper and deeper. So congratulations to the class of 2021. I can't wait to see where you all go on to, but promise me you'll try to be more present and you'll be true to yourselves. Okay? And that way lies happiness. And that's all that's worth it. Okay, thanks very much.
Congratulations on gaining your degree. Everything is paid off and you deserve to celebrate all that you have achieved. When you first started your Southampton journey, it was probably a lot for you. Just another step in your education. I know that was my experience. But the more you spend time at university, the more you realise that it's as much about the community and the people you meet as it is about what you learn, your grades and your successes. You'll be marking this moment alongside the people you've bonded, connected and collaborated with over the last few years. You'll be reflecting on the friendships and memories you've made, the nights out you've been on and the adventures you've faced together. This step, this moment when you leave as a community after so long is intimidating, but you're all stepping outside the supportive community and into the unknown together. We've seen this last year how important it is to have a network of support. Loneliness is an epidemic, and social distancing hasn't just been about staying physically separate. It's only natural to want to be a part of something bigger. It's human to want to be with and connect with others. The great news is when you graduate from Southampton and move on to whatever is waiting for you, you're still a part of a community that continue to support you as you make your way into the world. As soon as you gain your degree, you're a part of the university's alumni community, joining thousands of other Southampton graduates worldwide who are changing lives, making a difference and achieving remarkable things, all connected by their unique Southampton stories. As a fellow member of the university alumni community, I urge you to stay in touch, share your progress, celebrate your milestones with us and reach out. While you're all going your individual ways, you will never be too far away from another Southampton graduate, or indeed another graduate who has just finished their degree in the most unusual, unpredictable and unyielding of times. Wherever you go in the world and whatever you do, we'll be right beside you, as will the lifelong friends you've made during your time as a student here at Southampton. Welcome to the next exciting stage of life. I want to wish you the very best for your future, whatever it holds for you as a University of Southampton graduate.
Today, we celebrate with all of you. You have achieved a great deal, and I know you'll accomplish even more in the future. We are proud of you, and you should be so proud of yourselves. And now, I would like to formally admit you to your award in absentia. This means you are no longer a graduate, but a graduate of the University of Southampton. We wish you every future success. And of course, we hope at some point to welcome you to celebrate your success in person on the campus. I certainly look forward to that day. Graduates, many congratulations to you all. Well done.